but she has a heart. She has hormones. She has emotions. She can feel bad. She can be vulnerable. She said that people only see this exterior bindas, loud Sara, but there's actually a very simple and soft Sara. You know, method acting की अपनी जगह होती है, but मुझे कल्पना में बहुत विश्वास है, which means that I value imagination a lot. You shouldn't, आपका मैं जो होता है ना, your ego should not be too big.
Coming back to you, Sara Ali Khan,
हाँ
you as an actor, you as a public figure, more importantly, I have to say that you actually made your debut before the movies on the Coffee with Karan show.
I've heard
right?
that before.
And I'm like, whoa, like this is a really intelligent person, extremely witty, and that's what everyone's saying. My question to you is, now that you've done a fair number of films and very much part of the movie industry in that sense, do you think there's any correlation between wit, intelligence, and performance? Or an actor, or can that be a burden? For instance, if you have too strong a personality, you really can't embody another person. Does it become harder to play another character? That happens to a lot of movie stars, I notice. They're like such strong personalities themselves that they have to play themselves only. I don't want to take names, but it's kind of obvious the number of movie stars have had in history who are just them every time they stepped on the screen. People love them, that's another matter.
So I feel what happens, and what definitely is true, is that if there's too much of, you know, frivolity, too many jokes, too much loud gregarious behavior, it can get slightly difficult for people to imagine that there can be gravitas in you as a person. It's not just that, oh, if I'll do Chaka Chak, will people buy that I'll be Usha Mehta. I don't think that that's the thing as much as it's even on a personal note that, अरे ये तो हमेशा हंसी मजाक करती है, does she actually feel bad? Is she actually sensitive?
Is she mocking that scene?
Like, no, not just, I'm not even talking professionally as yet. I'm just saying on a personal note.
Right.
Like there has to be a limit. You know, like, yes, okay, she's self-deprecating. Yes, okay, she's strong. Yes, okay, she can take a joke. But she has a heart. She has hormones. She has emotions. She can feel bad. She can be vulnerable. So I think even on a personal note, when you're a public figure and you're so out there and you can be so like bindas, people can take for granted that there can be another side to you. I recently saw an interview of Radhika Madan's and I messaged her saying I love you so much because she actually explained it very well. She said that people only see this exterior bindas, loud Sara, but there's actually a very simple and soft Sara in there, and that's the Sara that I connect with. So that's the personal aspect. As far as you talk about it being professionally, I think that, you know, Pankaj sir in fact told me.
Pankaj Tripathi or Pankaj Kapoor?
Yeah, Pankaj
okay,
Tripathi.
Yeah,
He once told me that, you know, method acting की अपनी जगह होती है, but मुझे कल्पना में बहुत विश्वास है, which means that I value imagination a lot. कल को अगर किसी का murder करना है तो क्या तुम murder कर लोगी? ऐसे तो नहीं हो सकता ना. Now I'm playing a film like ऐ वतन मेरे वतन. We can't actually go back, time travel. So I think that there has to be a scope of imagination, malleability and flexibility involved. And to do that, I think that the most important thing, it's not about having a strong personality, it's about not taking yourself too seriously. If you look at your work as your duty, whether it's Ae Watan Mere Watan or Murder Mubarak or Kedarnath, if I look at my work as just my duty, I don't take myself too seriously, then I can flow in and out of characters more easily. I think that the way you perceive yourself is more important. You shouldn't, आपका मैं जो होता है ना, your ego should not be too big. That is the most important thing. The rest doesn't really matter, I feel. You are who you are. Some people are, you know, gregarious. Some people are not, whatever it is. But you should ultimately be able to always put your character and your duty above yourself, at least on set.
Like leave your ego at the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Pick it up on the way back if you really must.
Yeah.
But leave it before you come onto set.
Right. I'm amazed that you mentioned 3 films. 2 are the most recent, and then there is Kedarnath, which was your first, right? And nothing in between. Why?
Because can't name you like 7 films. Now I can say also Simba, Atrangi Re, Zara Hatke Zara Bachke, bolti rahun, lekin kya?
Because the reason why I'm asking this is because I want to know from you, having watched the film when it released, or perhaps before its release, what was Love Aaj Kal? Seriously, what was that film?
A mistake.
I mean, come on. I couldn't understand what's going on in the movie. Like, genuinely, was there something on paper that did not translate to the screen?
Must have
Is that
been.
what happened?
I don't know. I take full responsibility for the fact that I don't think that I delivered.
No, but you're making it about yourself in terms of performance. But even then, so I mean, just the film itself. it wasn't coming together. What was going on?
ये तो मैं अपनी बात ही कर सकती हूँ ना, बाकी भी लोग हैं. But I think that it really helped me, because it would have been easy for me to go off track, you know, with the upbringing that my mother gave me that I've spoken to you about. Even then, despite that, with the success of Kedarnath and Simba, one more box office success, I could have maybe gone damadole a little.
Oh, yeah?
It is possible. You never know, you know.
Were you on the brink of it?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I'm just trying to find a silver lining. It's a bronze lining, but I'm still looking for it. I think that, you know, it just made me kind of realize what works and what doesn't work. And I think that it reminded me that anything that's not organic and coming truly from the heart shouldn't be done. And maybe there were moments of the performance that were dishonest or not truthful. And
What do you mean by that?
like there were moments on set where I was saying things that I don't know if I fully truly understood or fully truly meant. You know, maybe I made the mistake of judging Zoe's character a little bit. Maybe I was not in the right state of mind during that time. I don't know what went wrong, but I see what you mean, that it didn't come together. And I think it was just a red herring of like, आज के बाद बस शिद्दत और मेहनत से काम करना है. I don't want to do anything that doesn't resonate from the heart. And now I'm coming with films like Murder Mubarak and Avatar. They're both different. It's not like one is now suddenly said, oh chalo Love Aaj Kal, I try to play an urban character, let's run away from this, let's only do Rinku, Mukku, Soumya, because the Zara Hatke and Atrangi and Kedarnath is the home ground. It could have been easy to do that. But I'm coming to you with a Murder Mubarak, which is urban, which is glamorous. I'm coming to you with an Avatar Mere Vatan, which is period, which is unlike anything I've done before. So I think after a film like Love Aaj Kal, you could either have gone down, which I did for a while, or you can just say like, okay, fine, from now you just have to be bigger and better, karo ya maro. और करूँगी, और अब कर रही हूँ, अब देखते हैं कैसे जाएगा.
What do you mean you went down for a while?
It takes a toll on you, you know, when you know that your work has not been loved, has not been appreciated, and I'm being gentle. It can take a toll on you, and it does take you time to kind of bounce back. I, in fact, will go as far as saying that audiences might have even started to forgive me after Atrangire. You know, the media and the audiences together might have even absolved me even more after Zara Hatke, Zara Bachke. It's only now that I'm starting to forgive myself. So it took me a long time to kind of get over it. But now I realize that accepting your failures is part of it. Understanding and analyzing them is part of it. But there's a very important step called embracing and forgiving yourself. क्योंकि वो नहीं होगा तो आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे. And I think that's the part I struggled with the most, but I'm done.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.